Hello class, and the average Joe's tuning in. I know the news cycle is moving fast. We just watched the US military intervention in Venezuela unfold in January, but if you're paying attention to the signals coming out of Washington, the next major move on the geopolitical chessboard is about to happen. We are looking at a hard deadline. By the end of February 2026, roughly 20 days from now, the United States intends to secure sovereign control over Greenland. This isn't science fiction, it's the application of the newly asserted Trump corollary to the Monroe Doctrine. Just as the administration justified the removal of Nicolas Maduro to deny extra-hemispheric competitors, like China and Russia, a foothold in South America, the exact same logic is being applied to the Arctic. To understand why this is happening now, you have to understand the new rules of engagement. The 2025 National Security Strategy, NSS, explicitly states that the US is in a consolidation phase of great power competition. The Trump corollary declares that the US will not tolerate foreign nations nor globalist institutions controlling the destiny of the Western Hemisphere. The US government views the Arctic not as a frozen periphery, but as a $1.1 trillion geological bank account that must be secured before the spring thaw. Let's switch gears. I want you to imagine I'm a news anchor on a primetime special, breaking down the hard numbers for you. Good evening. Tonight, we are looking at the Arctic asset. Why are American tech billionaires and Pentagon strategists obsessed with a frozen island with a population smaller than a football stadium? It comes down to three critical numbers: 0, 85, and 40. First, the number is 0. That is the amount of delay time the US missile defense shield can afford. 750 miles north of the Arctic Circle sits Pituffik Space Base, formerly Thule. It houses the upgraded Early Warning Radar (UEWR). This system is the eyes of the Northern Hemisphere. If an adversary launches a missile from Eurasia, Pituffik detects it instantly. Without American control of this ground, our blind spot becomes the size of the Arctic Ocean. We are talking about a facility that manages over 20,000 satellite contacts annually. The administration argues that we cannot lease our survival from a foreign kingdom, we must own the ground our shield stands on. Second, the number is 85. That is the percentage of global rare earth element, Re, processing currently controlled by China. This is a chokehold on our economy. Greenland is the key to breaking it. The island holds reserves of rare earth elements estimated to be equivalent to the entire United States reserve base. We are talking about enough minerals, specifically neodymium for EV magnets and dysprosium for jet engines, to meet 25% of global demand for the next 50 years. By securing Greenland, the US effectively secures the supply chain for every F-35 fighter jet and Tesla on the road. Third, the number is 40. That is the percentage reduction in shipping distance between Asia and Europe via the Northern Sea route compared to the Suez Canal. As the ice melts, Greenland becomes the toll booth for the world's new superhighway. Controlling this island means saving 10 days per voyage for global fleets. That is billions in fuel savings and total dominance over the next century's most critical trade route. Back to you. It's not just the government. The American tech elite is already treating Greenland like the next Silicon Valley. This acquisition is heavily driven by what some are calling the brooligarchy, figures like Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, and Peter Thiel who are pouring capital into the island. Why? Because the old way of mining is dead. You don't dig holes and hope anymore. You use artificial intelligence. Cobalt Metals. This is an AI-driven firm valued at $3 billion, backed by Gates and Bezos. They are currently using AI to scan the Disko-Nusuak region of Greenland for nickel and copper. The Machine Prospector, their AI analyzes historical field reports, gravitational surveys, and hyperspectral imagery to find deposits that humans missed for 100 years. They are finding gold grades as high as 1,840 grams T at the Nalunaq mine. That is astronomically high quality. So, how does this happen in 20 days? It's a transaction. Currently, Denmark supports Greenland with an annual block grant of roughly $600 million. The US plan is simple: replace that subsidy with a multi-billion-dollar US infrastructure fund. This effectively buys out Danish influence and integrates Greenland's economy directly into the US system. Just as the administration moved on Venezuela to secure access to oil and fix broken infrastructure, the move on Greenland is about securing the high ground of the Western Hemisphere. The Trump administration views this as the final piece of the puzzle to restore American preeminence and deny China access to the Arctic. By the time the sun rises in March, the map of North America will likely look very different. The United States is moving to close the deal, securing the minerals, the shipping lanes, and the radar sites that guarantee the American way of life for the next century.